curtain goes up, the first thing you see is a dead body. Ah! Aunt Abby!
Yes, dear?
You were going to make plans for Teddy to go to that sanitarium, Happydale.
Yes, dear. It's all arranged. Dr. Harper was here today and brought the papers for Teddy to sign. Here they are.
He's got to sign them right away.
That's what Dr. Harper thinks. Then there won't be any legal difficulties after we pass on.
He's got to sign them this minute. He's down in the cellar. Get him up here right away.
There's no such hurry as that, dear.
No, when Teddy starts working on the canal, you can't get his mind on anything else.
Teddy has to go to Happydale now, tonight.
Oh no, dear, that's not till after we're gone.
Right away, I tell you, right away.
Why, Mortimer, how can you say such a thing? Why, for as long as we live, we'll never be separated from Teddy.
Listen, darlings, I'm frightfully sorry, but I've got some shocking news for you. Now, we've all got to try to keep our heads. You know we've sort of humored Teddy because we thought he was harmless.
Why, he is harmless.
He was harmless. That's why he has to go to Happydale, why he has to be confined.
Mortimer, why have you suddenly turned against Teddy? Your own brother.
Darlings, you'll have to know sometime. It might as well be now. Teddy's killed a man.
Oh, nonsense, dear.
There's a body in the window seat.
Yes, dear, we know.
You know.
Yes, dear, but it has nothing to do with Teddy.
Now, Mortimer, just forget about it. Forget we ever saw the gentleman.
Forget?
We never dreamed you'd peek.
But who is he?
His name's Hoskins, Adam Hoskins. That's really all I know about him, except that he's a Methodist.
Oh,
Well, what happened to him? What's he doing here?
he died.
Aunt Martha, men just don't get into window seats and die.
Oh, he died first.
Well, how?
Oh, Mortimer, don't be so inquisitive. The gentleman died because he drank some wine with poison in it.
How did the poison get in the wine?
Well, dear, we put it in the wine because it's less noticeable. When it's in tea, it has a distinct odor.
You put it in the wine?
Yes, and I put Mr. Hoskins in the window seat because Dr. Harper was coming.
You mean you knew what you'd done? You didn't want Dr. Harper to see the body?
Well, not at tea. That wouldn't have been very nice. Now, Mortimer, you know the whole thing. Just forget about it. I do think Martha and I have the right to our own little secrets.
And don't you tell Elaine. Oh, Abby, while I was out, I dropped in on Mrs. Schultz. She's feeling much better, and she would like us to take Junior to the movies again.
Well, we must do that sometime tomorrow or the next day.
Yes, but this time we'll go where we want to go. Junior's not going to drag me into one of those scary pictures.
Aunt Abby, Aunt Martha! Come in here. What are we going to do? What are we going to do?
What are we going to do about what, dear?
There's a body in there.
Yes, Mr. Hoskins.
Well, I can't turn you over to the police, but what am I going to do?
Well, for one thing, dear, stop being so excited.
And for pity's sake, don't worry. We told you to forget the whole thing.
Forget? My dear Aunt Abby, how can I make you realize that something has to be done?
Now, Mortimer, you behave yourself. You're too old to be flying off the handle like this.
But Mr. Hoskins.
Hoskins, dear.
Well, whatever his name is, you can't leave him there.
We don't intend to, dear.
No, Teddy's down the cellar now digging a lot for the canal.
But you can't bury others.
Oh, our other gentleman.
What do you mean, others? More than one others?
Yes, dear, let me see. This is 11, isn't it, Abby?
No, dear, this makes 12.
Oh, I think you're wrong, Abby. This is only 11.
No, dear, because I remember when Mr. Hoskins first came in, it occurred to me that he would make just an even dozen.
Oh, you really shouldn't count the first one.
Oh, I was counting the first one. So that makes it 12.
Hello? Oh, hello. Just get a hold of George. All right, now, where were we? 12?
Yes, Abby thinks we ought to count the first one, and that makes 12.
Well, who was the first one?
Mr. Ridgely, he was a Baptist.
Of course, I really don't think we can claim full credit for him because he just died.
Martha means without any help from us. You see, Mr. Mitchley came here looking for a room.
It was right after you moved to New York.
And it didn't seem right for that lovely room to be going to waste when there were so many people who needed it.
He was such a lonely old man.
All his kids and kin were dead, and it left him so forlorn and unhappy.
We felt so sorry for him.
And then when his heart attack came, and he sat dead in that chair, looking so peaceful. Remember, Martha, we made up our minds then and there that if we could help other lonely old men to that same peace, we would.
So that man just dropped dead right in that chair? How awful for you.
Oh no, dear. Why, it was rather like old times. Your grandfather used to always have a cadaver strewn around the house. You see, Teddy had been digging in Panama, and he thought Mr. Mitchley was a yellow fever victim.
That meant he had to be buried immediately.
So we all went down to Panama and buried him in the loch. Now see, that's why we told you not to worry, because we know exactly what's to be done.
That's how all this started? That man walking in here and dropping dead?
Of course, we couldn't count on that happening again. So,
You remember those jars of poison that have been up on the shelves in your grandfather's laboratory all these years?
you know your Aunt Martha's knack for mixing things. You've eaten enough of her piccalilli.
Well, dear, for 1 gallon of elderberry wine, I take 1 teaspoonful of arsenic, then add half a teaspoonful of strychnine, and then just a pinch of cyanide.
Should have quite a kick.
Yes, as a matter of fact, one of our gentlemen found time to say, how delicious.
Well, I really must see about things in the kitchen.
I wish you could stay for dinner.
I'm trying out a new recipe.
I couldn't need a thing.
Well, I feel so much better now. Oh, you have to wait for Elaine, don't you? How happy she must be. Well, I'll leave you alone with your thoughts.
You're crazy. Look at your aunts. They're roosters, aren't they? And they're the sweetest, sanest people I've ever known.
Well, even they have their peculiarities.
Yes, but what lovely peculiarities. Kindness, generosity, sympathy.
There's another one.
Plenty of other ones. You can't tell me one thing about your aunts.
No, dear, I'm not. Now, you run along home. Someone's just come up.
Up from where? We're here alone together.
I know I'm acting irrationally, but just put it down to the fact that I'm a mad rooster.
If you think you're going to get out of this by pretending you're insane, you're crazy. Maybe you're not going to marry me, but I'm going to marry you. I'm in love with you, you Joe.
Well, if you love me, will you get the hell out of here?
At least take me home, won't you? I'm afraid.
A little walk through the cemetery?
I'm not going to say goodnight.
Of course, dear. Good night. I'll call you tomorrow.
You pretty!
Aunt Abby, Aunt Martha,
Wait a minute, dear.
come in here now.
Yes, stewardess. Where's Elaine?
I thought you promised me you wouldn't let anyone in this house while I was gone.
Jonathan just walked
I don't
in.
mean Jonathan.
Dr.
I don't mean Dr. Einstein either. Who's that in the window seat?
We told you, Mr. Hoskins.
That's not Mr. Hoskins.
Well, who can that be?
Aunt Abby, you're trying to tell me you've never seen this man before?
I certainly am. Why, this is a fine how do you do. It's getting so that anybody can walk in this house.
But Aunt Abby, you told me that you put Mr. Hoskins in the window seat.
Yes, I did.
Well, he didn't just get the idea from Mr. Hoskins. By the way, where is Mr. Hoskins?
Oh, he's down in the cellar now.
So you buried him?
No, he's just down there waiting for the services. We haven't had a minute, well, with Jonathan in the house. Oh dear, well, I've always wanted to hold a double funeral. But we'll not reach services over a total stranger.
A stranger? Aunt Abby, how can I believe you when there are 12 men down in the cellar and you admit you poisoned them?
Yes, I did. But you don't think I'd stoop to telling a fib? Martha!